As spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Sylphid, we have the red Zerg player, the red Zerg, the South Korean Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is SHIN. And spawning in the top left hand corner, we have the oh god, we have the Brutal Protoss. Never mind. He's main race Terran, by the way, but he is going to be playing Protoss instead. It is the STC. And he did pick Protoss, he did not pick random. Hold on. Let me just fix up his name. Bam! There we go. Okay, so STC is pulling a bit of a Clem. I have not experienced his Protoss before, so I don't know what to expect. I don't know what he's going to bring to the table, but we're all about to find out. Now, welcome to Sylphid. Sylphid is a 3-player spawn map. You can spawn in bottom right, bottom left, and top side as well, so 3 possible spawn locations. It's going to be up to our players to determine where we are. The Overlord from SHIN will confirm the location of the STC. Let's go. Not gonna lie, I mean, I know that CranKy has been playing a little bit of StarCraft Evolution in recent times, especially for the streamer event. It would be fun to see like a reunion between like the SCC, Crank, and Ryung. And Alicia as well. Bring them all back together. Of course, another reason why our Sparkling Tunic Cup references both Ryung and the SCC is because, again, it was meant to be a replacement for Lima League, and they both were a part of the Axiom Team House, which is, of course, kind of like, also has ties with the Lima League as well. Like, so it all ties together. It's beautiful. Okay, as we are opening up Stargate, interesting. Stargate opener out of our Protoss player. Now, the last time we saw Stargate opener, we were featuring Rebellion, and he rushed into Skytos, right? Like, that was his goal, to rush into Skytos, rush into carriers. That could be the end goal here, but I'm leaning a little bit more towards opening up Scout, and then switching into Ground Toss instead. I don't know if the SCC is one to try to risk rushing into Skytos against SHINable players. For now, SHIN, standard opener, hatch gas pool, going into a third. Overlord scouting across the map. There's the initial scout on the way. The initial scouts. Of course, SHIN is fully aware. This time we're not rushing into +1 air attack, at least not yet. Really, we're waiting for this Overlord to die. Once the Overlord goes down, then we'll get a better idea of what the SCC is up to. Does hunt on the Overlord. Does supply block SHIN. More scouts on the way. As the SCC does establish a third. Okay, so far so good. Now again, do we go for a second Stargate, or do we go for a tech structure going for the Forge? Forge for +1 into Citadel. There we go, Zealot Legs. So as we mentioned, we did expect this not to be Skytos, so we expected this to be a Stargate opener into a ground-based army. It's going to be into Zealot Legs. And again, this is a proper build, proper setup. Is getting there. Until then, nice around. Oh yeah, no whole position micro. Zealot gets surrounded. Takes down one. Going now going. Oh, no plan for the other. Going for the surround. The scout, unfortunately, is not as good as the Oracle when it comes to dealing with Zealots. Yeah, when it comes to dealing with Lings. Zealot has to reposition. Here comes the surround. On said Zealot. But it looks like the SCC will hold. Okay, impressive. Does hold, does defend, it does preserve that third base. So far, so good. Likewise, SHIN, he's going for his own +1 melee. Into, I expect to be Ling Hydra, but he's going for a safety mainliness. Okay. I'll say nibble away at the queens. Ling's gonna force around. Oh, the shield, sorry, the cannons, no shield batteries. Yeah, they are late. And the third base goes down. That is a brutal pick-off. That's a kill, not a cancel. Zalse go down as well, and this is getting out of hand. This is getting out of hand. It's getting out of control. Scouts say race back home. And the STC is in a rough position. Behind this, he is trying to switch into Storm, into Zealot Legs, Mass Zealots, into High Templar. He's working towards it. But SHIN is not droning. SHIN, he could take his gases. He could drone up further. He can get another expansion. But no, SHIN is doubling down. He's making a massive wave of Lings. No lair. No lair. It's going to be a hatched base all in. Just a Bane bust. He's going for the bust. Morphing in 16 Banelings. That will be enough to break the natural. Oh boy. And again, scouts, they're not oracles. Like, they're not built to defend against Massling main like this. Not the same way an oracle can. There we go, Banelings are waddling in. They knock down the pylon. They head into the mineral line. The SC trying to pull away. Does pull away. Once again, just chasing down the probes. Connects with the Zealot instead. But regardless, this is still brutal damage. Getting into all the probes. Surrounding the Zealots. And getting 6 probe kills. And again, there's still no base, right? There's still no expansion. Oh, is that pylon blocking? No shot. As the +1 melee kicks in. Takes down the cannon, takes down all the Zealots. Yeah, you can see the pylon has to be killed to actually expand. It's a rough SimCity. And from here, SHIN, he is taking somewhat. There we go. Now takes a gas. Now takes some gases. Hydrogen is on the way, so he's going into Lingbane Hydra. Got there in a different way, but it's getting there nonetheless. Comes in for the surround. Once again denies the third. Scouts are moving in. But there are so many queens. I say that the queens are getting surrounded. Okay. Zalse popping off. Getting 1, 2, 3, 4 queens. Okay. 4 queens going down. But still plenty more where that came from. And SHIN, he will hold. He will hold on. He will zone away. So far, so good. Yo, Pappy, thank you so much. Thank you so much. And also, Pappy, what are you doing awake? And I mean, Pappy. But thank you so much, Eon, for the raid. Hope you had a great stream. Hope you had a great ladder session. Hope you had a great time. And what the hell are you doing awake? From my understanding, it's quite late in the Americas, is it not? Did you stay up or did you wake up? Do I want to know? do I want to know the answer to that question? Eon. SMH my head. Get some rest, man. Get some rest. But thank you so much. Thank you so much. Hope you had a great time. Laddering deep late into the night. As Dark Templar getting called out. SHIN is secure on a 4-base economy, 75 workers. And again, the STC has just been struggling to maintain a third. It still does not have a third, by the way. Likewise, Storm is still not yet done. It's only 6:30 a.m. in the morning. True, it's only the sun is only just rising, Pappy. What do you mean? True. You woke up at 10 p.m. Oh, no. Where's the emotes? Hold on. I have an emote for you. Ooh, storms are going up. We get some decent connections, but the High Templar, they're exposed. No, the High Templar are exposed. High Templar going to be going down. Shin with a surround takes down all the High Templar. There's just not enough support. There's just not enough here. And Shin, he will overwhelm. As we're down to 2 High Templar. The scouts are doing well for themselves. They do focus on some of the mainlings. Storms, they mainly zone away. No major connections. And Shin, he has done it. He has broken the third for what, the fourth time? Oh no. Not like this. As they chase down the High Templar once again. And we're down to the 1 Archon. And GG gets called. Shin, he will take game number 1. Whew. GG. Oh, there we go. Sorry. Had to post the email in the chat. But GG, well played. Shin does take a lead in the series. Again, it was just a really rough start for the STC. Winding it back, it was a standard Stargate opener into a third, which is standard in StarCraft 2. But as you can see here in Brood War, the Scout is weaker when it comes to trying to defend against Zerglings. Like the Oracle Pulsar Beam just shuts Zerglings down so quick and so hard and so fast. But the Scout ground attack, it's nowhere near as impactful. It's nowhere near as reliable, I should say. And we saw that the Zerglings, they just got a full surround, they forced a cancel, and the third base never got up. It legitimately never got up and running. Every time we got close, it was just shut down. It was either denied or killed. GG. GG, well played. With that, Shin takes the lead, and now we are jumping to game number 2. We're going to be jumping into Maganatha. Let's go. As the STC does choose to, I believe, retain the Brood War race. Okay, let's go. As morning, in the top left-hand corner of Maganatha, we have the South Korean Zerg player. We have the Blue Zerg representing Weibo Gaming, WBG. It is Shin. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the Brood War Protoss player. Typically Terran, but now trying his hand at Brood War Protoss. It is a South Korean player. It is TheStC. The namesake for our tournament back. Oh my god. He is the sparkling tuna. I mean Ryung is the tuna. But the STC, he's at least the sparkling side of things. There you go. Sparkling. Just setting him up. As once again we have a standard opener out of Shin, and once again he does open up Hatch Gas Pool, does take the unnatural natural. That is something to take note of, but outside of that he does have a standard timing with the gases and standard timing with the spawning pool. Meanwhile across the map we do have our Gate Cybercore, and we'll see if the STC does attempt to open up Stargate again. Again, the Stargate opener, I think it has potential in this matchup. For sure, and I think especially on Maganatha, there is a lot of potential for Stargate play. I mean, hey, we spoke about Stargate play and rushing into Skytoss in the Rebellion series, and we saw it out of Rebellion. We could see it here from the STC as well. Meanwhile, back across the map, third hatchery before the first one is even done. So very greedy here from our Zerg player, rushing to the expansion as quickly as possible, rushing into that third. Now the downside is that I believe the Queen is going to be delayed. I believe the second Queen even. Yeah, there's only one Queen being built, so the second Queen is going to be delayed. Meanwhile, this time we do have a rush not into Stargate, into a Citadel of Adun. Okay, rushing into Zealot Legs. Got my attention. So the Citadel is on the way. From here, should gain access to Zealot Legs and to Templar Archives as well. Is going to be the available tech. Once again, we do have our early Baneless out of Shin. Could be for safety, could be he intends to use it to be hyper aggressive across the map. Overlord Scout doesn't see much. He's not fully aware. Ooh, and I thought we were rushing into charge, and we should still be working towards Zelda legs, don't get me wrong, but we are going to be prioritizing the Templar archives. Okay. With this, we will gain access to Dark Templar and to High Templar, to all things Templar. Bailey's are morphing in. Shin is not joining. Shin, he doesn't join up his natural, he barely joins up his own third, joining up to only 22, and Shin is going for a bust. Here we go. We're going all in, we're going for the bust. Meanwhile, that initial Templar Archives opener is indeed for Dark Templar. Bailey's going to be waddling in. And they do bust through. But are there enough Zerglings though? Oh no! Oh, the wall is thrown down. Dragoon does fall. Does take down the Dragoon. Likewise, Cybercore is under fire. DTs are almost out. Yeah, out comes the first Dark Templar, but that will let Shin know to prepare back at home. As he knocks down the wall. Does hear the swipes. Here, bust into the mineral line. Catching out some probes, morphing in the Banelings within the very same base. Let's go. And from here, he does hit the natural. Banelings, they head towards the main. They head towards the mineral line. Meanwhile, the natural race is forfeit. Oh! Ooh. So you get some connections, 15 probe kills. And now just going for the kill. Going for the throat. Back at home, spores are on the way. Boys are being pulled. It's a brutal defense here, and Shin, he's doing critical damage. He's doing critical damage at this point. It was cool seeing a DT-based opener here, but once again, unfortunately, was vulnerable to the other game aggression. Likewise, no scout across the map. GG gets called. Shin, he will break through. He will snowball out of control. He will take the series 2-0. GG. GG, well played. Game 1, we had a little bit more of a back and forth, getting into the initial opener and getting into what's a little bit of a longer game. Here, ended real fast and real quick. Shin just going for the bust, going for the all-in. GG. With that, Shin, he will advance on to the semifinals, and Shin is waiting for the winner of our next series. Meanwhile, a shout out to the STC, of course. As I mentioned before, nowadays he's been doing a lot of casting. He's doing less competing, less playing, and more casting in general here, specifically for StarCraft Evolution. He hasn't really dabbled his hand into covering online open tournaments for StarCraft 2. Now it has just been all on StarCraft Evolution.